Hello.
Well, howdy do-dah. We're here to give advice.
So we wanted to talk about
Go
something
ahead.
because sometimes you can get in a particular mindset that makes it impossible for you to do anything. And we wanted to talk about how to get out of that mindset and how to get into a more positive mindset to help you be able to focus on the things that you want to accomplish.
Yeah, and this is just an aspect of it, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that feed into it, but a big one is influence.
Yeah.
And so you get influenced by a few different places. Things that you feed into, like you watch in YouTube, you name it, things like that. The news, and people you hang out with.
And even like if you can get on a trek of watching movies like on Netflix or stuff if you're watching a movie, it can put you in a particular mindset too. And sometimes goodness knows if you're watching a whole trek of Netflix shows, you can really get out of the mood of doing anything else.
Oh yeah. I know people who love to get on the trek of murder, like how people commit murder. Mm. How is that supposed to brighten your day? Like you walk away with a positive, I guess I can get away with murder, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that's I don't know. Maybe that is. Goodness knows a lot of them were people who got away with murder.
Yeah, or at least tried.
So there's lots of ways that you can get some negative stuff going into your thought processes. Sometimes the news can put you in a whole mindset.
What?
Yeah. So
the news that's always honest to us and everything?
Always honest. And it can put you in this terrible mindset that can make you just feel real negative on the world, real negative on life, just not feeling like you're going to want to do anything. Sometimes you can follow influencers that make you feel like maybe you're just never going to do very well. Like if you're looking at the stuff that they have and you think, oh my goodness, my life's just terrible because I don't have that stuff. Or if you're looking at the stuff that they've accomplished and you just don't feel like you're going to be able to get there. If you're feeling that way, following these people, then you probably should just let them go.
Yeah, you should see, like, after you're done watching it, what's your mindset? What's your feelings afterwards? Because I'm sure, like, some people watch the news to try to be informed, to know what's going on. But if you, every time, walk away from watching a news ticked off at the world or ticked off, and then you're angry with people the rest of the day or whatever, that's how you want to feel and be. I'm sure the people around you is like, man, I wish she would or he would watch Care Bears or something.
Yeah, that is something.
You know,
I never felt that bad after watching Care Bears.
No.
That's a good one.
So you always think, I can do the Care Bear stare. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So if there's somebody you're following, something you're watching that, you might just kind of want to just take an analysis of how you're feeling afterwards and just decide whether that's something that you even want to continue to subscribe to. Sometimes it's just stuff that makes you feel like you don't own enough, that you maybe need to buy more stuff. Maybe that your house isn't good enough, or that your furniture is not good enough, or stuff.
Or in this race of life, somehow you haven't accomplished enough yet. Because you're comparing yourself to someone else your same age or younger, whatever. Everyone's track's different.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean you're failing.
Yeah.
But to have that feeling of failure is you're not going to have a great day after that.
Yeah, you
great
want
couple
something
days.
Uplifting. You want something that's, if you can see somebody that has something that you want to accomplish and you feel like you can because they've shown you how to do it or they're helping you with the steps, then keep doing that. That's the kind of mindset that you want to have. But if you're
a can-do it.
Yeah, the can-do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and people that uplift you, make you feel good, follow those and continue to watch things that make you feel like you can go and get your goals accomplished. And just kind of, it's really easy to get in a whole role. Goodness knows YouTube will just kind of keep feeding you the same videos or get you off into this rabbit
the
hole.
algorithm tries to pick up what have you been choosing, and we'll give you more of that because that seems to be what you're watching, and all they care about is Watch time.
watching it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes you can get off on this rabbit hole kind of thing and end up in this place of darkness and
I
despair.
hate the world. It's
Just-
crumbling down.
Yeah, just look up some different things, or maybe just stay away from YouTube for a while if you end up in one of those rabbit holes, just to get yourself some positive mindset.
Or on purposely switch it. Go to the exact opposite. If you've been
Yeah.
watching a bunch of negative, maybe inspirational is not your cup of tea, but maybe comedy is.
Yeah.
Click on comedy. Start watching a bunch of comedy stuff. And that'll definitely change your attitude, change your state of mind like that.
And weren't you saying there's something about comedy that it really does, like lower your blood pressure?
Oh yeah, I was reading a study. Yeah, not for long term, but comedy does have an effect on people where it lowers the blood pressure. It obviously releases endorphins. It increases blood flow throughout the body. So there's a lot of benefits to it as well, not just your attitude. I mean, there's some health things that is great with it.
Yeah, comedy. I love comedy when it kind of opens up your mind, when they get talking about something and you just think, wow, I hadn't thought about it that way before.
Yeah, because comics have this great thing where they can talk about even bad stuff that's going on, but they can put that humor on it until it is talkable. Where if someone else was just talking in an open forum, you may have anger and you may have this and that, but a comic has a way of delivering it and still talking about it, bringing up issues, and still you walk away feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, there's some really great ones. So, anything else you might want to add?
Don't forget your coffee.
Yeah, I think try some things. Take a look through all of the different things you're subscribed to. See if, think about how it is that you feel when you're taking it in, when you're watching the stuff.
And that's another thing. Don't just, obviously check every platform you're watching, getting feeds, but also take a look at maybe even like people don't realize Facebook maybe, and they're starting to do videos too, don't get me wrong, and whatever videos, I don't pay attention to their videos much, but I have noticed like my friends, certain friends, and I've defriended them, who was always negative, never a positive thing, and I would get tied into it, and I'm still, if I'll see him on the street, I'll say hi to him, whatever, but I can't take that constant negative feed or it brings me down. And you don't have to defriend him as much as there's an option there that kind of silences them for a while.
Unfollow.
Take a break.
Yeah.
I think it silences them for so long where you just they don't in your feed, but take a break from it and then you can, when you come back, maybe you can even have better insight to kind of, if you want, help them, maybe try to boost them up, but constant negative to you, and what's going to come out? You're going to be negative too, and you kind of feed into that spiral. And so it's good to just try to bring yourself up, get a better attitude. It makes even Mondays seem nice. It's not bad. You have a bummed weekend and you're negative all weekend. Well, Monday's going to suck, and there's no way around it. But if you have been keeping upbeat all weekend, just having just nice thoughts and everything, Monday morning comes around and it isn't so bad. I don't normally have a bad Monday. Yeah. Monday's not really bad for me. But I really work on this right here of what's being fed into me. And I've noticed that if I have a bad day, like a day that just was off, I can normally trace it back to stuff that I was watching. Oh. I was really into news for a while. And it started scaring our oldest daughter. She was kind of getting freaked out about it because there's the whole COVID stuff. Yeah. 1, 2, it was not like I was kind of worrying. I was negative. I was seeing the world as just a mess that's fallen apart. And I don't believe that is truly the world. I think there's a lot of hope and everything else to the world. Mm-hmm. And so I just backed off. I quit watching news. Yeah. It helped me tremendous.
Yeah, it's sad that it's just, you kind of have to disconnect. Mm-hmm. It's sad that you have to do that. I am of the opinion, though, that if anything's terribly important, it's going to get to you. You're going to find out if something terribly important happens. There are lots of different ways to notify you of different things, so you don't have to worry about keeping up with what's going on as much from watching news.
Well, yeah, and most of the news is just, I won't go too deep into it, but it's a lot of just,
Trying to scare you, really.
well, scare tactic, anything to get your attention. Yeah. You know, the world's burning. Is it really?
Yeah.
There was a small fire in Connecticut. But, you know, whatever. It got your attention. It got you on their media. It got you, you know, their sponsors in front of you, and you name it. I mean, that's their goal. They want to push whatever. Well, they're people who pay into them. That's what they're trying to push. And you know, you can't bash them too much. It's a business, whatever. But you got to realize at the same time is it is clickbait. It is baiting you to get you to watch. And it's, you know, elderly man walks across the street safely isn't going to get your attention as much as the world's burning.
Yeah, everything doing well and things are going nicely.
Yeah, unless it's an exceptional thing. You know, elderly man finds a cape and he becomes Superman, you know, and helping everyone would be exceptional, and people would, you know, buy into those stories
I think it's funny
for a while, and then all of a sudden the media would have to corrupt him to just start selling more stories. I mean, it would just be a, you know, but you get the point.
Horrible cycle.
Yeah. That was a minute of weirdness, but go ahead.
Yeah, just take an evaluation of how it is you feel after you look at different kinds of things that you're following, after you're reading up on different kinds of people that you're following.
Grab your magnifying glass and really look at it.
Yeah, and then just
Sherlock Holmes.
decide whether you want to continue to be following that, watching that, taking that in. And
yeah, remember, like I said before in other videos, this is your life, your one, as far as I know, your one trip. Make it the best you can, and that part of that is that good mindset, bringing in as much positivity as you can, because that's what you'll put out too.
Yeah, so let us know what kinds of things it is you feel like you're gonna drop, what kinds of things you're unsubscribing from, which things you are subscribing to in order to get that positive mindset, and let us know.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of? Okay. Well, thanks a whole bunch for joining us, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.